Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great hearing, great panel. Thank you for this. You know, we've all recognized that when it comes to minerals, we can't define or pick where the location is. The location is where they are. And so often, part of the challenge as we're trying to access minerals is how do we access them? How do we get them to the processing facilities? And in Alaska, of course, we're particularly challenged because of our vast distances. We've got a community in the interior of Alaska, Fairbanks. You're probably not going to find a more pro-mining community, but that community is divided right down the middle right now because there is a very significant mining prospect about 250 miles from Fairbanks, and they're moving forward. There will be great benefits to the native village that is situated nearby, but they're going to be trucking that rock 240 miles to another mine site for the processing, and it's the access that has really confounded folks. And as I've shared with some in the administration, I read articles where here in the Biden administration, we are proposing to send $150 million working with an Australian mining company for a mine in Africa, and to help advance that mine, we're putting forward $250 million to help advance a rail line to Tidewater to help facilitate that. I can tell you the people of Interior would certainly appreciate some assistance from our own government with how we might be able to do a rail extension to get those resources more safely out. We have other mining projects, and the Deputy Secretary and I have had multiple conversations about Ambler. Again, a very lucrative and prospective mineral deposit in the interior of the state, but in order to access it, it will require a mine of several hundred miles, and that has faced its own challenges. So, Deputy Secretary, I'd like to ask you for the record, just for a confirmation here on the Ambler project. When we had Secretary Holland before this committee, May 16th of 2023, and I asked her when we should expect to see the record of decision finalized. She indicated, she said, yes, the ROD by 2023, that continues to be the plan. Then a few days later, on May 19th, we have a DOJ attorney submit to the U.S. District Court a court-ordered update, now claims that a final SEIS is not anticipated until 2024.
Wow, friends! I have surprising news to share with you today. Several congressional lawmakers have just passed a new piece of legislation. Once approved, this plan could help American households save up to $4,000. Social Security recipients may also qualify for new tax breaks. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for everything that you need to know. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. According to Yahoo News, a House panel has passed a bill that would temporarily expand the standard tax deduction, which is used by the majority of taxpayers, by $2,000 per person for the next 2 years. The Tax Cuts for Working Families Act, recently approved by the Tax Writing House Ways and Means Committee, would temporarily boost the standard deduction by $2,000 for single filers and $4,000 for married filers for 2024 and 2025. The deduction would start to phase out for single taxpayers with $200,000 in income, or $400,000 for joint filers. Representative Carol Miller told reporters, "The vast majority of my constituents use the standard deduction on their taxes every year. The bonus $4,000 deduction is a $100 billion tax cut for the working families and will go a long way to make sure that my constituents can make ends meet. Nearly 2/3 of households will receive a tax cut in 2024 under this proposal. However, since a standard deduction lowers the amount of income subject to taxes, the deduction is not refundable and would not provide cash to lower-income taxpayers. In fact, only a small percentage of the bottom 20% of households have enough income to receive a tax cut under this proposal. But those at the very top of the income ladder also would not see significant tax savings if the bill becomes law. Not only does a higher deduction phase out for incomes of $200,000 or more, but a larger proportion of higher income households use itemized deductions. Representative Richard Neal of Massachusetts, the committee's ranking Democrat, said, "The poorest fifth of Americans would receive just 2% of the benefits of this provision, and on average, that means a tax break of just $30 next year." The change would also cost approximately $96 billion over 10 years. The standard deduction for 2023 will be $13,850 for singles and $27,700 for couples. The deduction nearly doubled as part of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which expires in 2026. An increasing number of taxpayers have opted to claim their standard deduction rather than itemized deductions for mortgage interest, charitable donations, medical costs, and a host of other deductible expenses. According to the Internal Revenue Service, 90% of taxpayers opted for the standard deduction for their 2021 taxes. Sponsors of the temporary increase said the measure was intended to provide relief from inflation, which soared to 9.1% last June, before dropping to 4% in May. The target inflation rate for the Federal Reserve is 2%, which mirrors the historical average. That reasoning was criticized by the American Enterprise Institute, which pointed out that increasing the disposable income of so many Americans tends to make inflation worse and would contradict efforts by the Federal Reserve to slow consumer spending by raising interest rates. An increase in the standard deduction on federal income tax would benefit most U.S. households, but only a small amount of lower-income taxpayers would see any cut to their tax bills. Since the increase of the standard deduction in 2017, fewer taxpayers have been itemizing deductions on their returns. Dear friends, what are your thoughts on this proposal? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Taxable income for Social Security recipients includes wages, self-employment earnings, interest, and dividends. The good news is that the IRS only taxes you on either 50% or 85% of your Social Security benefits, depending on your income. There are a number of tax breaks you may not know about that can lower your tax bill. According to Yahoo News, if you are still making contributions to an IRA, these can be fully or partially tax-deductible to lower your adjusted gross income. Social Security recipients can stash up to $7,500 in pre-tax dollars in an IRA in 2023. That is up from $7,000 last year. The IRS stated that tax credits for the elderly or the disabled let you reduce the federal income taxes that you may owe. To receive the credit, you must be either 65 or older or meet other eligibility standards, such as being retired or on permanent or total disability. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you so very much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.